Hello. Today I will be listening to Rat Saw God by Wednesday. Somebody on my Patreon, Michael, recommended that I check this album out. I've also gotten a few comments about Wednesday. I am aware that they just put out a new album very recently. I'm gonna check this one out first since it came out first, and this is mostly the one that I've been recommended, but we can do the new one too if there's interest. Let me know. As always, full uncut version of this video will be up on my Patreon. All my social media is linked below. First track is called Hot Rotten Grass Smell. What a title. I do like her voice. It's very expressive. Okay, oh my god. I needed that to be longer. Goes hard though. I like how you're just like instantly hit with those guitars. Sound great. And yeah, it felt like an exciting way to open. It's like immediately really striking, but I would have liked more of it. Also, yeah, hot rotten grass smell is an interesting way of putting it. Funny opening line. Okay, well, let's just get right into the second track, which is Bullbeliever.
Got him right between the shoulders.
Part 1. I'm ready.
And the bull loses word. No fight left to give. Comfort fools our sin to pay. Then they pulls us away again. A corpse with a spirit.
Nice.
Got out of my bed today.
That sounds crazy.
Bottles call you from there. Seats on the Quarry rising.
Yeah, her voice is very good at like expressing emotion.
And the stadium crowd.
I like how like, I don't know, fragile it sounds in the nicest possible way.
When change pitch as the bridge went by. The lightning comes up from the ground and goes up to the sky. Pour one out for all my guys. Believe me.
Okay. We're only like halfway through the song. I'm like, oh god. Yeah, the squealing in the background and everything. God damn. Hell yeah. Love the screaming. My god. God. I feel like I'm like living vicariously through that. That would feel so good to let out. I mean, obviously, the way that one progressed throughout was wild. To state the obvious. So, we have the bull. Got him right between the shoulders, and the bull loses blood. No fight left to give up, can't pull his head up. Comfort fools us into faith, and fate pulls us away again. That's a crazy line. And the stadium crowd charges the bull. And then part 2, Believer. Poured one out for all my guys. The tiny monuments get propped up on the roadside. Passed out on a couch at a New Year's party. I sat on the stairs with a never-ending nosebleed. You're playing Mortal Kombat, God make me good, but not quite yet. Feels like looking back on a memory. The way that the final part builds, I mean, again, obviously, is amazing. It's such like a... It's just such an emotionally overwhelming experience. The release with the screaming just feels so good to hear. It feels like you're like soaring by the end. It's such a ride of a song. I'm kind of like, damn, this is track 2. Where are we going from here? Like that feels like it could have been a closer or something. The first half, Bull, is a description of watching someone succumb to addiction and the desperation you feel in being helpless to find a reason worthy enough to stop them, while the second half, Believer, dips into a memory of ultimate teenage sadness, an elegy for anyone who ever loved a shitty boy in the hazy glow of the television, of video games. It's an image from high school where you're drunk for the first time and it hits a raw emotional bite. The first time you really let loose and share your feelings outwardly in your friend's living room. It's tepid bath water, makeshift roadside monuments in rural North Carolina, the sound of wind whistling when you drive through a tunnel, the moment when lightning strikes and sky and ground are fleetingly connected, and the screaming guttural refrain of Finish Him, how those experiences collide inside of both your memories and body, how they collect and make you into the person you are today. God, why did that description like make me emotional? What the hell? Yeah, that was a song. That was a song. Yeah, that was a very emotionally overwhelming experience. Let's move on, I suppose. How is that only the second track? Like what are we doing now? Okay. Next is Got Shocked.
I got shocked 'cause the room was on two different circuits.
That was a crazy way to start with the speeding up.
First I felt the thunder and blacked out at band practice. I'm told that I screamed and stood up. You never asked for anything. The race car driver died on TV. I ran like hell into the burning house. Hot breath looming off the grill of a truck. Long legs hold you up like two big machine guns. The envy sometimes gets to me. It's never sacred rage. You
Banger.
never ask for anything.
I will say going from an 8.5-minute song to a 2-minute one is kind of like a shock to my brain. I'm like, oh, that was brief. Okay. Love the sound of the guitar. Again, love how it just cuts through. Sounds so good. And I do really like that these songs have some grit to them, like they're not overly polished, which I really enjoy. It works with the writing of this, like this kind of collage of different anecdotes. It feels very down to earth in a cool way, if that makes sense. Got shocked because the room was on 2 different circuits. First I felt the thunder, then blacked out at band practice. I'm told that I screamed and stood up, then I sat down and wept after the amp got unplugged. Next song is Formula One, with the line about the race car driver, and now
Sleeping with the lights
here we are.
on. You next to me watching Formula One. Truck was too tall for the overpass. Got the top ripped off.
Sounds a bit softer.
Rusty old canoe.
It is very pretty.
Neglected in the drawer. Reminds me of the ones you did off of the diving board.
This makes me want to just like curl up with a blanket. It's really nice. Just want to like gently sway to it.
Not the way to treat a friend.
That was sweet. What an endearing little song. I like how like real it feels. The description of falling asleep next to someone watching TV and then like the rusted can opener. I don't know, it just feels like a very like authentically human song. And I like that. It feels very relatable. Honestly, the whole thing has so far. It's like very charming in that way. There's like something about it that feels very like familiar and cozy. I don't know. Also, that line, bird flies into the window every day at the same time. It'll never learn, but it also wouldn't die. Next song is Chosen to Deserve. Yeehaw. that little country twang in her voice.
You know what you've been chosen to.
It's really cute.
I'm the girl that you've chosen to deserve.
Also, these lyrics. Ouch.
My friends all took Benadryl till they could see shit crawling up the walls. One of those times my friend took a little too much. He had to get his stomach pumped. They took him over to the hospital and told us he was lucky to survive. I was out late sneaking into the neighborhood pool. Then I woke up early and taught at the Sunday school. If you're looking for me, I'm in the back of an SUV. I'm the girl that you were chosen to deserve.
Very, like, I don't know. It's like you're reading like an unfiltered diary entry or something. It's very just like honest, which is cool.
Now all the drugs are getting kinda boring to me. Now everywhere is loneliness and it's in everything. Thank God that I was chosen to deserve you.
That was really nice. I like that one a lot. It's like that like special moment where you know, start to trust someone enough that you like start to tell them the real shit, you know? I don't know. It made me very emotional. Yeah, I don't know. It just like it struck something in me. And I think it's sweet that, you know, as she's like telling this story to this person in the song, you're also getting to know her as the listener. It's cool. It's another one that feels very genuine, you know, finally feeling comfortable to like tell someone about your flaws or like the baggage that you have. This is a song that chronicles some mishaps and unsavory experiences that shape people as they grow up. The stories are based heavily in actual experiences Hartzman had growing up and are presented as if she is confessing to a romantic partner that she has finally come close enough to trust with the details. I really enjoyed that one. That one was really cute, even amidst all the chaos in the lyrics. Still felt really sweet. Okay, next song is Bath County.
I can walk on water. I can raise the dead. We join the Exodus, headed out from Dollywood. Every daughter of God
Damn.
has a little bad luck sometimes. Kidding
Yeah, I love how heavy the guitar is.
Virginia.
Sounds so good.
Hit 'em with a dose of Narcan. Sat right up in the lean back seat of his
Heard someone died in the Planet Fitness parking lot. Fire trucks rolled in and people stood around. Hit him with a dose of Narcan, sat right up in the leaned back seat of his two-door sedan. I like the way that these songs are written about these kind of like messy, unglamorous situations. It just makes it feel really relatable, even if I haven't had this exact experience before. It just like makes it feel a lot more approachable, or or like accessible. I feel like I can like picture everything in my head because it somehow just feels familiar to me. I feel like I'm like on a road trip watching all of this happen. I feel like I'm in a car with the windows down. And yeah, I don't know. It feels like it captures like ordinary everyday life in like a small town in a really beautiful way. And I really appreciate that. Next song is Quarry.
A rain-rotted house on a dead end of Bay Tree. Oh, bitter lady, sits catty-corner to the aftershock from the quarry. We had to let it to the tap to die. We had to settle up, so we just go until we can't or burn it down to feel the heat. Let's brothers' parents fight in the yard in their underwear.
That's really pretty.
Bobby and Jimmy sit in the baby pool with lice in their hair. So we just go until we can or burn it down to feel the heat. Georgie set fire to acres of cotton, setting off mud rockets. Kid from the Jewish family got the preacher's kid pregnant.
Feels so cozy to listen to.
Somebody called the cops on Mandy and her boyfriend.
And yeah, I feel like I'm like just watching a montage of all these moments.
They found that her house was a front
The like
for
storytelling of
all
this is just really cool.
They pulled guns and cocaine from the drywall wrapped in newspaper. We had to add it to the tab to die. We had to settle up, so we just go until we can or burn it down to feel the heat. When we give up, we go.
Interesting ending. Like slowing down. Pretty ending. Really pretty verses. I like that melody a lot. And I like that like heavier guitar kicking in on the chorus. I do like how they still keep that kind of rawer sound. Even in the softer songs, there's still that loudness, which I really appreciate. And I fully am just imagining like a 2000s indie movie, like a coming of age movie in my head while I'm listening to this. I really love the songwriting and the way that it just paints a picture. Feels so vivid to me in my head. Next song is Turkey Vultures.
Turkey vultures gather in the yard. With a face as blank as a shovel. I wrap the heavy
Oh God.
gauze
Okay.
around me. I get unfocused, make me
Oh my God. It's still accelerating. like, when are we gonna get there?
There's a sex shop off the highway with a biblical name. Nana crashed the carpool on the way to my mom's birthday.
It still feels like it's speeding up now. Oh god. Okay. Yeah, that was wild. The way it feels like the speed is like always increasing. Very cool. Feels very intense. Like you don't know when it's gonna get there. Feels like it's never ending, and then you get that payoff in the end. That was really fun. Interesting way of just feeling like you're like charging forward throughout the song. Creates such like a tension. Cool. Okay. Next song is What's So Funny?
Ran the chainsaw till it ran out of gas. 'Cause you got stung and you dropped it. You amazing. Idiot. Nothing will ever be as vivid as the darkest time of my life.
Okay. A little bit more restrained of the sound, for sure.
Suddenly it's a tragic story. But that's what's so funny.
That was pretty. Maybe not quite as much of a standout for me on first listen, since it is probably the most subtle song here. I feel like obviously the focus of this one is on the lyrics, on the storytelling. I will say, nothing will ever be as vivid as the darkest time in my life is a lyric. What's So Funny recounts the time Zandy Chalmers was stung by a nest of yellowjacket wasps and all Lenderman could do was laugh. If you ever see someone step on a yellowjacket nest, they're running around ripping off their clothes. They're screaming and cursing and rolling in the dirt. It's like the definition of comedy. Sounds like trauma to me, but I guess you could also call it comedy. Cool. Yeah, it's weird. Like so many of these songs are so short. Like most of them are under 3 minutes. So going from, you know, the nearly 9-minute song to the ones that are under 3 minutes feels, I don't know. It's just like the pacing of this is very interesting to me. I don't know. We have reached the final song, which is TV in the Gas Pump.
Highway sign fell down in this town. Dresser on the side of the road. Pick it up. Chain knocking against the metal pane.
There's something very comforting about how just like relatable the writing on this is.
Listen to the dark, TV and gas horn. Listen to the dark, listen to the
Nice. Love ending with the squeals. I feel like this album really captures how it feels to live in the middle of nowhere, and I appreciate that. I like the imagery of like driving around, going on a road trip, seeing nothing but gas stations and rest stops, and I think it's fun to see that captured in music because it's something that to me feels very uneventful. So to hear it turned into a great song is cool. I think the songwriting on this album is great. I feel like I really got to know them through this album. Feels very just like open and honest. Also have to shout out the guitar work on the album, like the rawness of it, the texture of it sounded amazing. A lot of the songs are quite short. I feel like I wish some of them had a little bit more time to develop, perhaps. Felt like I maybe didn't have quite enough time to like fully immerse myself in all of them, but it was cool. As far as favorite songs go, Bullbeliever is the best one. It was kind of hard to top that after it happened. It set the bar very high right off the bat. Chosen to Deserve was really sweet. And I will say Turkey Vultures. I really liked the momentum of how that one kept speeding up. I thought it was cool. So I will go with those three. Great time. I feel very like, I don't know, cozy right now. I enjoyed it. Thank you to anyone who suggested this album. Feel free to recommend some more albums for me to check out. That is always very helpful. It's good to know what people want to see. As always, uncut version of this video is on my Patreon, social media linked below. I would appreciate a like, a comment, a subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. I will see you next time for whatever we do next. Have a great rest of your day. Goodbye.